Today, we're keeping things simple. We're talking about daily routine. Not the perfect version, just the real one. Because I feel like the way someone starts their day, it quietly shows what their life feels like from the inside. And today, I'm here with Ava. She's not the type who tries to make things sound impressive. She just talks in her own way, a little calm, a little thoughtful, and she notices small things that most people ignore. So yeah, Ava, let's just start from the beginning. How does your morning actually begin?
It's pretty slow. I don't wake up feeling fresh or anything like that. Most days, I just open my eyes and stay there for a few minutes. I know I should get up, but I don't feel like moving immediately. It's like my body is awake, but my mind is still somewhere else. So I just lie there, not doing much.
Yeah, that in-between feeling, where you're not sleeping anymore, but you're not fully in the day either. It takes time to come back.
I don't grab my phone instantly. I wait a little. I just stay there quietly. Sometimes thinking random things, sometimes nothing clear at all. That quiet part feels nice, so I don't rush it.
So when do you finally pick your phone?
After a few minutes, I reach for it slowly, check the time first, then messages. It's kind of automatic. I don't even think before doing it. And most of the time, it's just normal checking, nothing important.
But still, you check properly, like you're looking for something, even if you don't say it.
I mean, I don't expect anything big, but sometimes I just see if there's any message, something small.
And if there's nothing?
Then it's just normal. Not bad, but nothing special either. I don't think too much about it, but I do notice that small difference.
That's interesting. Before the day even properly starts, something already changes your mood a little. And it's such a small thing.
And then I finally get up, slowly, no rush. I sit for a few seconds, then start getting ready. Brushing, washing my face, just basic things. Everything feels a bit quiet at that time.
Are you fully present while doing all that? Or still half lost in your thoughts?
Not fully present. My body is doing everything, but my mind is still somewhere else, thinking about random things or just drifting. It's like I've started my day, but I haven't fully reached into it yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're moving forward, but a part of you is still behind, still waking up slowly.
Sometimes I don't even realize it properly. It just feels normal. Like this is how my mornings are: calm, a little slow, and slightly unfinished in the beginning.
So after that slow start, you finally get into your morning. I always feel that part is important. Like whatever happens in that first 1 hour, it kind of decides how the rest of your day will feel. Do you follow anything fixed? Or it just happens the same way every day without thinking?
It's mostly the same, but not in a strict way. I don't have a proper routine like people say. I just do things in a flow. After getting ready, I usually go sit somewhere quietly, sometimes with tea, sometimes just water. I don't like noise in the morning. I need a little silence before the day properly starts.
So you don't jump straight into work or anything like that.
No, I can't. If I rush too early, the whole day feels off. I need that slow start. Even if it's just 10 minutes, sitting quietly helps. Sometimes I don't even use my phone during that time. I just sit there, looking around, or just thinking.
Thinking about what?
Random things mostly. Sometimes about what I have to do that day, sometimes about something from yesterday, and sometimes nothing clear. Just small thoughts coming and going. It's not deep thinking. It's just my mind waking up slowly.
Like your brain is warming up. Not fully focused, but not blank either.
During that time, I check my phone again. Not continuously, just once in between. I don't know why, but I feel like checking it again, even if I just checked it before.
Hmm. And this time also it's just normal checking or something else.
But sometimes I do notice one thing. If there's a message, it changes how that moment feels. Like I'm not alone in that quiet anymore.
You mean even a small message can affect your morning?
Yeah, it does. It's not like I get excited or anything. It's just a small shift. Like something feels a little warmer. Even if it's just a simple text, it stays in my mind for a while.
And if there's no message, do you feel that absence?
A little. I don't sit there thinking about it too much, but I notice it. The silence feels slightly different. Like everything is still the same, but something is missing in the background.
That's interesting. So your morning is not just about what you do, it's also about what you feel quietly. Even something small, like a message, becomes part of your routine.
I think so. After that, I slowly start getting into the day. Like I'll make something light to eat, or just sit with tea for a bit longer. I don't rush breakfast. I eat slowly. Sometimes I don't even finish it properly.
You're still not fully present at that time, right?
Not fully. My body is there, I'm doing everything, but my mind is still moving slowly. It keeps going back to small thoughts. Sometimes I replay something, like a conversation. Not fully, just small parts of it.
Even from the same morning?
Yeah, sometimes. Like if I read a message earlier, I think about it again. What it meant, how it felt. Not in a deep way, just casually. But it stays in the background.
So your morning is kind of layered. On the outside, it looks simple, but inside, there's a lot going on quietly.
That's true. Even when I'm doing normal things, like washing dishes or getting ready, my mind is not empty. It's always carrying something small, a thought, a feeling, or just a moment that didn't leave yet.
And do you like that? Or does it feel tiring sometimes?
Both. Sometimes it feels nice, like I'm not just moving through the day blindly. But sometimes it gets a little heavy, like too many small thoughts are there at the same time.
Even in the morning itself?
Not always, but on some days I feel it early. Like I haven't even started properly, and still my mind is already full.
That's something a lot of people feel, but don't notice clearly. They think their routine is normal, but actually, their mind is already carrying things from before.
I think that's why I like keeping my mornings slow. If I rush, all those thoughts just stay with me the whole day. But if I take a little time in the beginning, it feels a bit easier to handle everything later.
So your routine is not about being productive from the start. It's more about adjusting yourself slowly before facing the day.
That's a better way to say it. I'm not trying to control everything. I just try to start in a way that feels a little calm, even if it's not perfect.
So after your morning settles a bit, you slowly move into your day. I think this is the part where things get more real. Work, studies, responsibilities. Everything starts coming in. What does your day usually look like after that quiet start?
It becomes normal from outside. Like I start doing whatever I have to do work, small tasks, things that are already planned. It's not very exciting, just regular stuff. But even then, I don't jump into it fully. It takes time to feel like I'm actually inside my day.
So you're doing things, but not fully connected to them.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. My body is doing everything properly, but my mind keeps moving somewhere else in between. I get distracted easily. Not by anything big, just small thoughts. Even while working, my focus keeps breaking for a second or two.
And those thoughts, are they random, or do they come back to the same thing again and again?
Sometimes random, but sometimes it's the same thing. Like, if something happened in the morning, even something small, it stays. I don't sit and think deeply about it, but it keeps coming back in small pieces.
Like your mind doesn't fully let it go.
Yeah, it holds on to it quietly. And I don't even realize how much time I spend like that. I'll be doing something, and suddenly I notice I was thinking about something else for a while.
That happens a lot. You think you're working, but half your attention is somewhere else.
And sometimes it's about a message, like if I got one earlier, or if I didn't. I don't check my phone all the time, but I do look at it in between.
You're not addicted to the phone, but you're connected to something inside it.
That's a better way to say it. It's not about scrolling or anything. It's more like I check without thinking, just to see if there's something.
And if there is, it affects your day?
It does. If I see a message, even a simple one, my focus becomes a little better after that. Like my mood settles down. It's not like I suddenly become super productive, but things feel easier.
And if there's nothing?
Then it feels slightly off. Not bad, but something is missing. Like I'm doing everything, but there's a small gap somewhere. I don't talk about it, but I feel it.
So your day is not just about tasks. It's also connected to one small thing that keeps coming back in between everything.
The weird part is, it's not even something big. It's just one message, or sometimes just the idea of it.
That's actually very real. People don't realize how much one small connection can affect their whole day.
And sometimes, I even open the chat again. Not to text, just to look. It sounds a little strange, but I just read the last message again sometimes.
Not strange at all. It's like you're trying to hold on to that feeling a little longer.
Maybe. I don't think about it too much, but yeah, it feels like that. It's a small comfort. Even if I'm busy, that one thing stays somewhere in the background.
And does it distract you? Or does it actually help you get through the day?
Both. Sometimes it distracts me, like I lose focus for a bit. But sometimes it actually makes things easier, like I don't feel alone while doing everything.
So even in a busy day, there's this quiet connection running in the background.
Even when I'm talking to other people or doing work, there's still a small part of my mind somewhere else. Not fully gone, just there.
And do you ever try to ignore it, or you just let it be?
I tried ignoring it before, but it doesn't really work. It just comes back again. So now I don't force it. I just let it stay and continue doing what I have to do.
That sounds more natural. Instead of fighting your thoughts, you just carry them with you.
That's why my day feels a bit layered. On the outside, it looks simple, just normal work, normal routine. But inside, there's always something running quietly.
And people around you probably don't even notice that.
No, they don't. Because I don't show it. I just do everything normally. I talk normally, I act normal. But inside, it's a little different.
That's the thing. Everyone looks fine from outside, but inside, there's always something more going on.
I think that's what makes routine feel different every day. Even if I do the same things, it never feels exactly the same. Because my mind is not the same every day.
And somewhere in all that, one small connection keeps affecting everything quietly.
It does. Not in a loud way, not in a dramatic way, just slowly, throughout the day. Like something small, but always present.
So your whole day goes like this, slowly building, carrying small thoughts in the background. It sounds normal from outside, but it's not really empty. What about the evening, though? When everything starts slowing down a bit, what does that part of your day feel like?
Evenings feel a little different. By that time, I'm already a bit tired, not just physically, but mentally also. So I don't feel like doing anything heavy. I just want to sit quietly or lie down for some time. And I usually have my phone with me, not doing anything specific, just scrolling a little or checking things in between.
So evening is more like winding down?
Yeah, kind of. I don't rush in the evening. I just let things slow down on their own. Sometimes I sit alone for a bit. Sometimes I just stay in my room without doing much. But I do check my phone more in the evening compared to morning.
More than usual?
Yeah, a little more. I don't even realize it sometimes. I just open it again and again. Not because I'm bored exactly, but just to see if there's something. It becomes a habit without thinking.
Something specific or just anything?
Not anything. There's usually one thing I notice more. If there's a message, I see it quickly. And if there isn't, I check again after some time.
So you're kind of waiting without saying it directly.
Yeah, I guess. I don't sit there thinking, I'm waiting, but it feels like that. It just happens naturally.
And when that message comes, what changes?
My mood becomes lighter. Even if I was tired or a little off, it feels better. Not suddenly perfect, but calmer. It's like, okay, now the day feels a bit complete.
And this is someone important, right?
I mean, it's my boyfriend.
You said that very simply.
Because it is simple. It's not something dramatic. We don't have long conversations every time. Sometimes it's just small talks, very normal things.
Like what?
Just, how was your day? What are you doing? Small updates. Sometimes we call, but not always for long. Even a few minutes is enough.
And you talk more or listen more?
I listen more. I don't say too much. I just like hearing his voice, even if the conversation is simple. Sometimes I don't even know what to say, but I still stay on the call.
That silence doesn't feel awkward?
No, not really. It feels comfortable, like I don't have to fill every moment with words. Even small pauses feel okay.
That's rare. Most people feel uncomfortable in silence.
Yeah, but with him, it's different. Even if we're not saying much, it still feels like something is there.
And after that, does your evening feel different?
Yeah, it does. Even if nothing big happened, it feels like something settled inside me. Like the day was incomplete before, and now it's okay.
So that small connection kind of closes your day.
Yeah, in a way. Even if it's short, it stays with me for a while after that. I don't go back to feeling the same as before.
And if you don't talk that day?
Then it feels a little off. I don't get upset or anything, but I notice it. The evening feels longer than usual, like something is missing, but I don't say it out loud.
Yes, life keeps moving. But when your mind is always busy, you don't feel it properly. It's like you are physically present, but mentally somewhere else.
Then I think maybe that's why things don't feel exciting sometimes. Not because life is boring, but because I'm not really present in it.
That's a very important realization. Overthinking doesn't just make you tired. It also reduces your ability to feel things fully. Even good moments, they don't feel as strong.
When something nice happens, my mind still finds something to think about. Like, what next? Or what if this changes? Or something like that.
Because your mind is always looking ahead or going back. It rarely stays here. And when you are not here, you can't fully enjoy what's happening right now.
There's another thing. Confidence. I feel like overthinking affects that too. Like, before saying something, I already doubt it.
Yes, because when you think too much, you start seeing too many possibilities, and that creates doubt. You question your words, your actions, even your decisions.
I either stay quiet or I say something and then think about it later. Like, there is no peace either way.
That's because your mind is not allowing you to trust yourself. It keeps checking, rechecking, analyzing, instead of letting things flow naturally.
It's not just thoughts, it's affecting how I live, how I speak, how I feel.
Yes, overthinking slowly touches everything. Not suddenly, but gradually. That's why it's hard to notice at first. But over time, the impact becomes clear.
And I think the hardest part is, it looks normal from outside. No one can really see this. It's all happening inside.
Yes, it's very silent. That's why people ignore it. But just because it's not visible doesn't mean it's not affecting you deeply.
Yeah, I can feel that now. It's not just thinking too much. It's actually changing how I experience my own life.
And when you start seeing that clearly, that's when things begin to shift. Because now it's not just a habit, it's something you want to understand and change.
I think now I'm starting to see it more clearly. It's not random. It's not small. It's actually important.
And the more clearly you see it, the easier it becomes to understand where it's coming from and why it affects you this way.
More clearly you see it, the easier it becomes to understand where it's coming from and why it affects you this way. Because honestly, this question keeps coming in my mind. Why me? Like, why do I think like this so much when some people just seem so relaxed? Same situations, same life, but their mind looks lighter.
That comparison, it happens to many people. You look at others and feel like they are more calm, more free. But what we don't see is everyone's mind works differently. Some people don't go deep into things, and some people naturally do. And the ones who go deeper, they feel more, and they also think more.
It's connected to how a person feels things? Because I've noticed. I do notice small things, like tone, small reactions, even silence. And sometimes I feel like I'm reading too much into it.
You're not wrong. You are just more aware. And awareness is not a bad thing. But when it becomes too much, it turns into overthinking. You start noticing every detail, and then your mind tries to understand every detail. That's where it gets heavy.
It's like I don't just see things. I try to understand them deeply, even when it's not needed. And then I get stuck in it.
Because your mind is trained to go deeper. It doesn't stay on the surface. It keeps asking, why? What does this mean? What could happen next? And slowly, that habit becomes automatic.
How does that habit even start? I don't remember choosing this. It just feels like it has always been there.
Sometimes it starts from past experiences. Not always something big, but small moments. Times when you felt embarrassed, misunderstood, or maybe ignored. Your mind learns from those moments.
Learn? In what way?
It learns to be careful. It tells you, next time think more, so this doesn't happen again. And slowly, that careful thinking becomes overthinking. Not because you want it, but because your mind is trying to protect you.
That actually hits, because I can remember moments where I felt like I said something wrong. And after that, I started thinking more before speaking.
Your mind is trying to avoid that feeling again. It doesn't want you to feel awkward or uncomfortable, so it creates a system where it checks everything again and again.
But that system is not helping. It's making things harder.
Because it's overdoing it. Protection is useful, but too much protection becomes restriction. Now instead of helping you, it's limiting you.
And that's the part people don't see. They only notice what you do, not what you feel while doing it. The small pauses, the small thoughts, the way one message can change your whole mood. Those things don't look big, but they stay with you.
Yeah, and I think those small things matter more. Because big moments don't happen every day. But these small moments, they're always there. Even something simple, like waiting or reading a message again, it becomes part of your routine without you realizing it.
And slowly, that becomes your day. Not the tasks, not the work, but those quiet moments in between everything.
Sometimes I feel like my routine is not about what I do, it's about how I feel during those small parts, like morning silence, daytime thoughts, evening conversations, and night, when everything slows down again.
And somewhere in all that, there's a connection running quietly. Not loud, not dramatic, but still strong enough to affect everything.
Yeah, it's not something I talk about a lot, but it's there, in small ways, in simple things. Even if nothing big happens, it still feels real.
I think a lot of people will relate to this, because everyone has something like that in their life. Maybe not the same situation, but the same feeling. Something small that quietly stays with them throughout the day.
Yeah, and I feel like people don't always notice it. They think their life is just routine, just normal days repeating again and again. But if they actually pay attention, they'll see there's more inside it.
And maybe that's enough. It doesn't always have to be something big or perfect. Sometimes, just having those small moments is what makes your day feel complete.
Yeah, I think so too. My day is not very exciting. Nothing extraordinary happens. But still, it doesn't feel empty. Those small things, they make it feel different.
And I like that, because it feels honest, not forced, not made to look better than it is, just real.
Yeah, just real.
So yeah, if you're listening to this and thinking your routine is boring, maybe it's not. Maybe there are small things in your day too that you haven't noticed properly yet. And maybe those things are enough.
Yeah, just notice them a little. They're already there.
All right, that's it for today. If you liked this conversation, you can support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps more than you think. And we'll be back with another real conversation very soon.
Take care and have a good day.
Yeah, see you next time.